Here we go. I have an update, a little bit of an update, I guess you could say, on my city building. It's kind of a major update because it's an entire building that's like massive and actually has quite a bit of importance for RP purposes. So to begin with, I got this, just a little community pool. I did have to deconstruct one of the apartment buildings, at least part of one of the apartment buildings, in order to make it, but I feel like that's pretty fair. So, she might make another entrance somewhere. Maybe right here. Might look good, I don't know. I might just keep it as that's the only entrance. Anyway, I have made the high school, which will be heavily based on a couple of things, mainly Japanese schools and a certain manner of speaking. Like if you look at the actual classroom designs, they're based off of Japanese schools, but main entrance, nothing special, kind of basic if anything. There will be lots of lockers like these just strewn about the floors. They'll just be through the halls. So think of this as the secretary, I guess, or like what is it called? I haven't been to school in a minute, but you know, the person that you check in with when you're late to school, whatnot. Come in here, get all your administrative stuff, like if you need papers or something. That's where you'd pick it up. I do plan on making this better in the future because right now this is just like, it is what it is, but it'll work. It's a notice board, as you can see. It's nice little benches. I don't know about the benches, to be honest. They kind of look odd, but it might be good to keep. I got these little things that have books above them. Ooh, that actually just reminded me. I want to show you something really cool. Maybe it'll happen while I'm showing you around. These things you can store books in if you have any that have notes. Like if it's a book and quill, I think. Yeah, if you were to open this, write some stuff, whatever. I'm pretty sure you could. Yeah, if you pull it out, you could read it. Be perfect for taking notes, Again, most of this for RP purposes. Also, you can close these, which is nice. I don't. Oh yeah, all these lights have switches. I will say the power system is a bit chaotic. If I can show you real quick. These are all power connections for all the different rooms and the light switches and lights and whatnot. I have a main power room right there. I'll show you in just a second. So this is the main area. Through here is more lockers, more stuff. I kind of just chose this block palette because it seems very neutral, very basic, kind of still Minecraft-ish, if that makes sense. This right here is the infirmary. Let me turn down the weather sounds just a little bit. That's at 1%. Nah, I'm gonna have to turn that off for now. Show you guys. That's loud. It's the infirmary. So you can come up here, ask the person who works in here for medicine if you need it, I guess. This opens and closes too. Weird thing is, if you sneak through, it opens for some reason, but the actual entrance is right here. I also have a little sign up showing that it's the infirmary. Once you're actually in here, there's a bunch of hospital equipment or lab equipment, I guess you could say. Some little science details all around just to make it look a bit more school-like, academic, I guess. Storage with medicine. There are some details like this where I actually put stuff in the containers, storage containers, but most of the time not really. You got these little areas right here. This is also kind of loosely based on the infirmaries that you see in anime. You got these little curtains with a single bed. Nice and basic. Just stuff just around. I don't know if that really should go there, to be honest, but... So that's the infirmary. Beyond that, I'll show you what a classroom looks like. Right now I have all these blinds up, whatnot, but let me show you. So, like a Japanese classroom, it has a window in the middle and 2 doors on the sides. I took some liberties with the way I designed these classrooms, but put some seats outside here so that I can fill the halls a little bit more. Just something basic. Come in, you got the double desks together, got the rows and the columns, whatnot. An big open area. Walk straight down the middle. Lots of bookshelves, posters. There weren't really that many posters, so you'll see this and this one a lot, and then a bunch of these little papers towards the back. This locker is kind of weird because you can open it and put stuff in it, but if you have to do that, you have to like shift right click. If you just right click, you hide in it, which I think is kind of cool, but it is what it is. Oh, and these you can open, so lots of storage in there for books and stuff. These right here are actually kind of difficult because these are for trading purposes, so it's a little difficult to explain, but of course you got the chalkboards, broom table, trash can. Again, you got lights, which I think is nice. One thing I did do for the purposes of RP is I kind of color coded all of the rooms. So inside you'll see a strip at the top that shows a color. Now here it'll show right above. And of course I have the room numbers. So if it says 1 tack any letter, it'll be first floor, and then it'll be that room. Let me show you. So this is 1 tack delta, so this will be, you know, another color coded one. If I keep going, this is 1 tack Charlie. This would be, you know, another color coded one, so on and so forth. You got gray, black, and then you got the faculty room, the faculty office. Oh, and a little side exit in case, you know, you got a egress in case of a fire. Through here, again, kind of similar to, you know, an enemy faculty office. A little bit different because of size limitations, but for the most part, it's kind of the same. Lots of chairs, big desk, filing cabinets, lots of books and files. Whatever you want to call these, I guess. Another broom, because why not? This is the area from earlier, but you can actually get in here from faculty, so it makes sense. I skipped right over it, but here is a storage closet. Got a nice little custom shelf I made using some of these shelf blocks. Got a broom, a mop bucket. Actually, I use these a lot in real life. Some crates, which you can actually store stuff in. Another locker to hide in, I guess. This is like one of the only rooms that has one of these lights in here, though. In here is the electrical room, which if I pull this out, I have the same code for all the key cards in this world for right now, just because I'm lazy and I don't really need to change them just yet. So these are the control panels for all the different, you know, things. If I were to turn off, let's say, first floor P-ways right here. If I were to go in here and switch this off, now all the power to the P-ways are off. This right here just means 49 electrical connection points. As you can see, 49, 45, 54, 64, 13, 27. That's how many it's supposed to be. If it has less or more than that, it's probably not right. Something's either broken or adding up too much. But something really cool I want to show you with that in just a minute. Right now I have time to spend it at night because I kind of just want to show it with all the lighting. Because during the day it's a little bit difficult, but I will show you that area over there in the light because it looks pretty nice. This is the staff lounge. It has a nice little kitchen area. You can actually put stuff in, you know, your staff food and whatnot. You got this store or get water or whatnot. You got vending machines. They have nothing in them right now, but I can actually put items in them. Nice little table, another broom. There's a broom in pretty much every... Oh, he's glow in the dark. Nice. Pretty much a broom in every room. Also lots of potted plants and a lot of these frame blocks to make it look nice and smooth. I'll show you that at the end, I think. Got extra storage, you know, more crates and whatnot, more chairs and desks in case any of the other ones break and need extra. This is cool. I'll show you that in a minute. Oh yeah, my little stairwells that lead from bottom floor all the way to the roof. More color-coded rooms, like 2 Echo, 2 Delta, 2 Charlie, 2 Bravo, 2 Alpha, and then at the very end, I think there is, yeah, 2 Foxtrot. Got the principal's office, which is, you know, It is what it is. More books, more shelves, more cabinets, blinds. It's also on the second floor because I feel like it was kind of weird having it where the staff lounge was. Originally it was down there, and then I was like, I don't like it, so I put it up more. Got some seats out here waiting. Of course, I got some outside of like all the rooms, but it is what it is. This is the club room, which, you know, if you've ever seen anime, it's supposed to kind of try and copy that. I try to make everything look a bit more detailed and chaotic so that it seems like there's a lot going on. In reality, there's really not. So this one's actually kind of interesting because it's supposed to be, well, a club room, obviously, but I kind of wanted to base it around this mod that I found called Exposure. Allows you to make photos and stuff. Actually, yeah, I have some photos right here that I... Well, you actually can't see that because this mod, but that's alright because I already have it right here. It's a photo I took with it. Using the black and white film instead of the colored film. It's pretty cool, I think. Some stuff that goes into it, but nice little club room. You could put these, you know, down. People can still see in here, I guess, with these doors, but also these are kind of cool doors. I'm not gonna lie. Of course, this as well, which allows you to see into the ladder well. Because I kind of thought it looked kind of cool having a window right here in the ladder well. Okay, beyond this, more classrooms. This right here is the cafeteria, which is pretty basic. There doesn't have to be plates here, but I put them just in case. Why does that look different? I don't know. I guess it is what it is. Anyway, you could get like I don't know. Let's say I got a steak. You can put it on the plate, sit down, you know, pretend to eat it, whatnot. Has a nice window looking out over to the pool, the little park area, you know, my residential buildings. Another door that leads to the gymnasium. This one also has a sign. This, however, doesn't, but it leads to the kitchen, which has lots of storage for food items. It's got fridges, sinks, knives, more storage, more fridge, stoves, just pretty much everything you need for, you know, school cooking area, cafeteria, whatever you want to call it. More classrooms, which I love. These ones are nice. These classrooms, I have them at the very end like this. May not matter though, because if I build that other building, you may not be able to see outside that window really, which will suck, but actually no, I think there's a little bit of space between these two buildings, so you'd still be able to see something, but it'd just be the wall. So I think that's most of this. So let me do /time set a. See if I can get this looking really nice. Oh, starting to lag a little bit. So this is my gymnasium. It's pretty basic, I would say. I wouldn't say it's exactly like 100% like a gym. It's kind of based around Minecraft roleplay, kind of based around Japanese a little bit. Of course, right now it's set up like if they were having a school assembly. There's not that many seats out right now, but it is what it is. I could put more if I really needed to. Actually, for RP purposes, this little area right here, you could put them up, and then you get, what is it called? Redstone. Yeah, this thing. So you could put them up, and then you could, like, do this to try and tie it up, I guess. It'll look cool. So you put all the chairs there, you stack them up, 6, 6, 6, 6. That's 4 stacks of 6. That's 24. That's what I currently have set up right now. And if you needed extra room, you could just stack them up 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You know, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, all up on these walls right here. You have these exits, which are back towards the outside, which is very nice. Of course, you can enter from there too. But I think it's just really nice because if you really wanted to, you could have them open and people could come in and out. I have these stairs which lead up to the second floor and the bathrooms. Let me do something real quick. Wire cutters. Okay. Of course, you have this stage itself, which has a little lectern. You sit up here, you know, give a speech, whatnot. It's not a very grand stage, but it looks pretty nice, I would say, for the little bit of effort that I actually put in. Has a nice little backdrop too, which is supposed to look kind of nice. Kind of built this a little strange, but purposely because RP. I was thinking about it. I was like, if you're on second floor and you're trying to get to a fire exit, let's say you're up here in the bathrooms, how are you supposed to get out? Sure, you could go this way, down the stairs, and then out the front, but you could also go over this way if you needed to. Down these ladders. Of course, you can go up the same way if you really needed to. Above those are exit signs. Of course, you got that. I thought it'd be kind of nice to have a glass roof for the auditorium, let some natural sunlight in. And normally it is pretty alright. So let me check what time / time set. And then let's try 2000, see what that looks like. Starting to look nice. Let's make that, let's try 6000, see what that's like. A little bit more, let's try 9000. Got some nice sunlight just coming in, shining over the seats and whatnot. I don't know why it looks like rainy in here, but let me do weather clear. I should stop the glossy texture. But I guess that would kind of make sense if there were people coming in and bringing in some of the water with them, I guess. Look at that, that just looks so nice. I like to be standing right here giving a speech. Nice. And then the, of course, we got the changing rooms for, you know, gym activities. Again, did my mirror trick because why wouldn't you? It's super simple. Again, there's light switches for just about everything. This is supposed to imitate like a little drain because it's a shower area or whatnot. Towel racks, trash cans, sinks. Very basic, but it's all you need. There's a men's and a women's side. And then when you're on the second floor, like I said, this is the bathrooms. Ooh, I might change that a little bit. Very basic design. I didn't really do much with this, to be honest. I don't feel like doing much with it because I just don't. Got the mirror design, sinks, towels for drying your hands, whatnot. You got trash cans, lights. Got the stalls, which are just little metal boxes, pretty much. You don't really need much more. Let me change it back to. Actually, no, I'll keep it day for now. That's fine. I think that's everything for second floor. So let's go to the roof now. I actually made 2 recent changes to the roof, so I'll show you those. So first off, I'll show you this in a minute, but got these nice little garden areas where you can just sit and relax. Plenty of benches around if you just want to chill. Also just like a Japanese school, at least from what I've seen in anime. I don't know what an actual Japanese school looks like. I got these fences. It's like weird fences. In this, you can't climb them, so it doesn't matter that they're only 2 tall, but in like real life, I'm pretty sure they're like way taller than this. And that's to prevent people from committing suicide, unfortunately, but anyway, we got all of these nice little garden areas. I don't know if I'd really call them gardens, but, you know, it is what it is. We have this, which is a little power station, which actually has 2 purposes, 2 RP purposes, or 1 RP purpose and then 1 just normal purpose. Got a bunch of these, which are solar panels that are getting energy from the sun, to then charge, now if I open this, charge this area. So, this is the exterior lighting power. So the building itself, let me change this to night. The building itself has exterior lighting, just because I thought it might look nice, and it's kind of nice to look at the building. So, let me just skip over this. If I were to theoretically close this, why is that? Why am I missing some connections? No, I'll deal with that some other time. I don't really care right now. So this is the lights on. And this is lights off. It looks alright. You can see lighting from all the other rooms, but let's see what it looks like from the back. I try to add as many windows as I possibly could to make it seem less like one of my normal builds. This area right here, though, kind of difficult to do because it's, you know, the bathrooms and whatnot, so that's alright. It's also kind of facing the woods and stuff, so I guess that's alright. The gymnasium with its exits over here, which I actually don't know if I mentioned that or not, but you have some exits right here. Okay. Of course, there's also lights up here and whatnot. The second purpose of this is if, let's say, for RP purposes, one of the power things in the main building is down, you would come up here with one of the batteries, you'd plug it into the area behind here, and it would automatically start charging. Actually, I think it would instantaneously charge it, because I'm pretty sure it's like a really powerful setup that I made right here. At least for the batteries that I'm currently using. Like, that one has, I think, the least amount of energy out of all of them, but the ones I have downstairs are infinite energy, just so I don't have to constantly charge and whatnot. This is one of my new builds that I made right before recording. It is a little garden. So in here, instead of having the cobblestone with the outline, I just made it gravel. It's kind of nice. Got a couple different types of flowers. I just wanted to put some vanilla flowers, or relatively vanilla. I don't think these are vanilla. That's not. Some relatively vanilla flowers in here, because if I type up flower, there's like a lot of these modded ones and whatnot, and that'd be cool and all, some of them. But there's a lot of them, so I just chose to stick with the vanilla. I added some vines in here to make it look, you know, very green. Some lights, like these lanterns and that, so that, you know, I don't need power for this area. Made this cool little middle area, which just has a bunch of bamboo and that. And I also actually have some bees in here, so that, you know, they can pollinate and they come in here, make honey, whatnot. Over here I have some fertilizer bottles, bottle of honey, you know, just to kind of stick with the theme. This is actually the roof of the gymnasium, so that kind of works out kind of nice. Just close it off and whatnot. This right here is actually kind of a necessary build, I'm not going to lie, so it's kind of cool that I made this. I made this for two purposes. One, it looks good, and two, my building kept getting struck by lightning, which I'll show you what that does. But since it's so high up and there's a lightning rod here, it'll attract it, it'll hit that, and then it'll completely disperse it like an actual tall building. Let's say I were to do... Actually, let me go inside to show you this. So what this will do, this will also work for RP purposes. Let's say I'm in like one of the, I don't know, classrooms or something. Let's say I'm in the classroom just doing work late at night or whatever. Realistically, I'd probably be up in the club room, if anything. But if I were to do /summon lightning bolt, and then let's see, what was it? I think it was this. So you couldn't hear it because I turned my weather sounds off, but a bolt of lightning just struck an area that was not that. Actually, if I go up there, I might be able to see the fire. Yeah. So I struck right there instead of that. That's what it kept doing, not that specific spot, but it kept striking the building, and when it did that, it would make the power to the entire building go out. So I was like, you know what? What if I make a lightning rod, you know, for its design purpose? And there you go. Now when it starts thundering, that attracts lightning and it doesn't turn the power off. I don't know why, but it doesn't. And you know the power to the building's out now. So for RP purposes, you could be staying late at night for whatever reason up in the club room. And the power suddenly goes out. And then you have to go down here and you'll... Not this room, this room. Go back in here and actually flip on all the circuit breakers for the building power. Now everything's back up and operational. It's actually really cool to see the power go out. When I saw that for the first time, I was like, there's no way. The last thing I had to show, you probably already seen it when I was showing something else. This was the very last thing I built before. Oh yeah, I forgot. The external power, you have to come up here and turn this on again if you want the external power. Was this little fire escape, a little egress point. So it's not... I plan on making something here. I don't know what exactly. Maybe more benches that kind of go along the sides and whatnot. But for now, it's just kind of empty over here. This is the, like I said, fire escape, egress point, whatever. This is supposed to be a fire caution sign, but it's supposed to indicate that it's a fire exit in this specific case. Come up here, you got this, you know, fire escape that goes all the way back down here. And realistically, realistically, you're supposed to go through here and then out of the building again as an actual escape, but, you know, it works how it works. And it looks pretty nice. It's a pretty interesting shape, too, which I actually like quite a lot. Very fun to build. I think I spent like 20 hours, maybe. Maybe not even, like maybe 15 hours building this. I did this over a 4-day weekend for me, so this was quite a fun project. I haven't played this world in months, so quite fun to get back on here and see some of the stuff I built. I feel like this is a little close, but this is a campsite. It's like right next to the school, so that's alright. Anyway, this is my fun little city. If you haven't seen the first episode, then go watch that. I don't have a name for this town yet, but if I come up with one, I'll think of something. The name of this town will be the name of the high school, obviously. That's usually how it works. I put a lot of effort into making the detail of the building, trying to make it very textured, very much not one-dimensional or two-dimensional, however you want to put it. I try to add some actual technique to it, so it's not like super flat like this area right here. It's a nice little strange, you know, build, I guess you could say, but it works. It's pretty nice. The exit up here is pretty nice as well. Anyway, that's all. So see ya.